Hello, my name's Steve and I sell stuff on eBay as a hobby, and in this video I'm going to show you my payout for the 14th of February 2024. But first of all, let's have a look at what's sold. It's Tuesday the 6th of February and my first sale of the week is this bundle of 10 postcards. They are Star Trek The Next Generation collectible postcards. I bought these in the mid-1990s. I think I would have paid about 50 pence to a pound for each of them. Probably not as much as a pound really, maybe 80 pence. So there's not an awful lot of profit in these, but they are doing nothing sitting in a box in a cupboard, so I decided to sell them. And in fact, I have sold more of these cards and I've got a couple more bundles left. This particular bundle I had listed for, let's see, it was £14 plus postage and packing. I've sold it for £12 postage and packing, so I think that £14.25 altogether. But anyway, let's have a look at the postcards themselves and try and handle these carefully so I don't get fingerprints all over the pictures themselves. So there we've got Patrick Stewart as Jean-Luc Picard, Jonathan Frakes as William T. Riker, then we've got Brent Spiner as Data, part there. And here we have LeVar Burton as Geordie LaForge. And next we have got Michael Dorn as Lieutenant, or Lieutenant I should say, Lieutenant Worf. And then next, so these are sticking together a little bit, Gates McFadden as Beverly Crusher. And there we've got, what is his name? Wesley Crusher, played by, come on now, I know his name, can't bring it to mind. It'll come to me. And then we've got a picture of the USS Enterprise. We've got Marina Sirtis as Deanna Troi. And finally, we've got Pulaski here. She was in it for one season only, and again that's a name I can't quite bring to mind at the moment, but a well-known actress actually. She was in lots of stuff in the 1970s. McLeod comes to mind, and episodes of Columbo possibly, and I think she was in LA Law. Why can't I remember her name? Anyway, there we go. That's 10 cards for £12 plus postage and packing, and I'll be sending them out this morning. I could kick myself. That, of course, is Will Wheaton, and the other person I couldn't quite bring to mind, Diana Muldaur. So apologies to you both, and I'm going to go and wrap those cards up now and send them off. It's Wednesday the 7th of February, and I've just sold this bundle of books. At least I think I have. I'll explain what I mean by that in a moment. But first of all, let's have a look at what they are. It's 5 books in John Grisham's Theodore Boone series. So starting off here with Theodore Boone, The Fugitive, and then we've got The Abduction, The Scandal, and The Accused. So that's 5 books in a book of juvenile novels written by John Grisham, who writes legal thrillers. And this is basically aimed at the sort of young adult teen sort of market. Now, the reason I say I think I've sold it is because on checking the condition of these books, you can see here that this volume is badly creased in the corner. Now, I did actually put in the description that one of the books was the worst worn, and I said that it had heavy creasing and said, look at the photographs. But I actually put the wrong title on there, and looking at it closely, there is actually a slight tear as well, which I hadn't noticed because of the creasing. So I have messaged the buyer, still waiting for a reply to that. I've said if you're unhappy, I'll give you a full refund. So hopefully it'll be okay because essentially there's not much else wrong with them, to be honest. And for £9.50, which is what the buyer has paid, I don't think that's too bad. And I think they're still worth that, really. But if she wants a refund, she'll get a refund. Otherwise, I will be posting these out tomorrow morning. Quick update whilst I was recording that the buyer has actually replied and says that as long as they're readable, she's quite happy to have them. So I will be sending those out tomorrow, if not later this afternoon. It's Sunday, the 11th of February, and I've got two bundles of books to show you. This bundle sold yesterday for £27 plus £3.49 in postage and packing. They're three books by M. John Harrison, who perhaps not that well known, but The Pastel City is fairly sought after book. It's a fantasy novel, and this is the one that's brought in the money, I think. I did have a couple more to go with it, which is this one, A Storm of Wings, a little bit of damage to the cover, as you can see there, and this, which is called The Committed Men. So that's three books by M. John Harrison for £27 plus postage. The next bundle is three books by Herman Hesse. These I've had for quite a long time. They're old. They were old when I bought them, to be honest, and not in fantastic condition. But Herman Hesse is quite popular. I listed these for £24. I got an offer this morning of 20, and I decided to accept that. So the books that we have here is this one, which is called Strange News from Another Star. Here we have Rose. So let me make sure I pronounce it correctly. It's Ross Halder. Probably not pronounced correctly, but there you go, Ross Halder. And this one, which is called Nulp or Knulp. Again, I'm not sure of the pronunciation. But these three books, I think a couple of them are ex-library books. Certainly, as I say, quite stained and old. And that has gone for £20 all in. It's still Sunday, and I've just accepted an offer on this bundle of books by Fred Hoyle, most of them co-written with his son Geoffrey. Fred Hoyle, famous, of course, as an astronomer, invented the term Big Bang, I believe, but he did write a number of science fiction novels, some of which are quite well known and quite influential. So just let's go through these titles quickly. We've got The Black Cloud. This one here, written with his son. This one is called Seven Steps to the Sun. And then we've got this nice penguin science fiction edition of Into Deepest Space, and another penguin here, Fifth Planet. And again, more penguin editions. This one is the Incandescent ones. Then carrying on, we've got Andromeda Breakthrough, which he co-wrote with John Elliott in this nice Corgi edition. Then we've got October the 1st is Too Late. The Westminster Disaster, Rockets in Ursa Major, not minor, major, and then finally we've got A Science Ride. So that's 10 paperbacks by Fred Hoyle. I had them up for £25 plus £3.49 postage. I accepted an offer of 20, and I'm quite happy with that, really. So that's 10 more books to be posting out. It's Monday, the 12th of February, and my final sale of the weekend is this bundle of thrillers by different authors. Now, these mixed bundles, I've got quite a few of these up on eBay. I have mixed bundles where I can't put a single author bundle together, basically. And I do tend to mix them up. Three of these books were in a different bundle, which I delisted on Friday, relisted with different books over the weekend, and they've sold straight away. So it's certainly worth doing. If you're selling mixed bundles, mix them up a bit. Don't be afraid to change them around frequently, and that gives you a fresh listing without having to do any fresh sourcing, basically. Anyway, this bundle has sold for the full asking price of £12, including postage and packing. Let's have a quick look at the titles. So we've got this, which is called Exit. It's by Belinda Bauer. Then we've got this by Mary Higgins Clark and somebody called Alafair Burke, and this is called Where Are the Children Now? Then we've got Girl A by Abigail Dean. Then we've got a book by Tess Gerritsen. She's a fairly well-known thriller writer, I think. Listen to Me. Then we've got two books by Lisa Jewell. Now, these are two thrillers by Lisa Jewell. She also writes romance or what is derogatively referred to as chick lit, I believe. But these are two thrillers. This is called The House We Grew Up In, and this one is The Third Wife. So that is 6 paperbacks altogether for £12. I've got 4 parcels to post out this morning, so I'm going to get these wrapped up straight away. eBay sent £100.65 to my bank account on the 14th of February after taking their fees. There are some reduced fees here on the thrillers by Lisa Jewell and the others for 76 pence, £1.20 on the Fred Hoyle books, £1.48 on the M. John Harrison, and 66 pence on the John Grishams. After postage, I'm left with £82.05. Everything's gone with Royal Mail. That's cost £2.99 for a small parcel for some of them, £3.29 with tracking, and here we have £3.05 for the cards, which went as a large letter with signed for post. So that's 6 items sold, £82.05 after eBay fees and postage costs. Not a bad week then. 6 items sold, £82 for my troubles. I'm quite happy with that. And I hope you found the video interesting. If you did, press the like button, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.